So you're a new content creator, you want to know how to improve your video quality or what to do to make it so that your content can get more views. Because we all know more views, more followers, more opportunities to make money in the future. So let's dive into 7 specific ways to make your videos so much more professional looking so that you can get so many more views and achieve those goals. But before we begin, you know that down in the description or on the QR code, you can get your free workbook and 2-day mini course about learning pet influencing, but let's go ahead and get started. Now, the very first problem that I see with a lot of new creators is getting so hungry for subscribers, because of course, like we all know that when it comes to subscribers, there's almost these thresholds, like 1,000 subscribers makes you feel like you've done it. 10,000 subscribers, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, and 1 million. Those are typically the thresholds that a lot of people think about when it comes to subscribers. But the biggest problem that I see are people are begging people to subscribe. People are going to subscribe to your content if you provide them value. Providing value could be mindless entertainment. It could be informational, educational content. Whatever it is, you want to be providing value because people want to get something out of your content. To get someone to follow you, you need to give them a reason to. They need to be actually getting something out of your content. So if you're over there and using these little pop-ups where it says, subscribe now, click the button, please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe. That actually is a really big turnoff for a lot of people. I know even on my end, when let's say I'm watching a reel and then it cuts to like this big subscribe now, please button. I'm like, are you kidding? Like if I really liked your content, I would subscribe. I mean, all the social platforms are actually making it easier and easier and easier for people to subscribe. So I just really recommend the very first thing to make your content actually look more professional is to stop begging for subscribers. Because again, you'll get subscribers by providing them value, and by just begging for it is not going to get you the result. The second way to really improve your content so that you can get more views is to improve your audio quality. So when I talk audio quality, there are lots of different things. You can buy expensive microphones, but as a new creator, you really don't have to spend pretty much any money at all. When it comes to audio quality, if you're going to be using other people's content, you need to make sure that you're following all the copyright laws and doing the right thing with that. But when it comes to other audio, if you're going to be recording your pet, you need to really be aware of what all's in the background. Because nowadays, most people are actually watching their videos with earphones in or with headphones on. So I really recommend that you actually edit your videos with earphones in or headphones on so that you can actually hear what's going on. Personally, one thing that I've experienced is editing my video and then later on, after I posted it, putting on my earphones and seeing that video pop up and listening to it and realizing, oh my gosh, like I didn't get rid of that extra background noise. Like it didn't sound good. I should have just put music over it. Audio quality is huge. If you go and mess with the volume sounds, that can really be a problem too. Or let's say you have a voiceover and you put music on it and the difference between voiceover and sound just doesn't make sense. There could be a lot of things, but audio is practically the most important thing compared to your video quality content. So this is just something to really, really consider. You, again, don't need professional microphones when doing voiceovers, but you need to also really consider listening to your content and making sure that all your voiceovers and all of your audio sounds really crisp and clear and you don't have tons of junk going on in the background. To make a viral trending audio, you have to make sure that your audio sounds good. Number 3, if you're wanting to improve the views on your videos, by not putting captions, on-screen text, or descriptions, or hashtags, lots of different words there, by not utilizing those things, you are literally not telling the algorithm what you want to do with your video. So when it comes to your videos, and if let's say you're really, really brand new, I mean, you're just starting and you're posting videos and getting like 13 views because the algorithm's just not sending your content to other people. Well, one problem with this is you literally may not be telling the algorithm who to send your content to. So think about this. If you just post a video, the algorithm's going to analyze it and maybe say video of dog. Cool. It might show it to people who like seeing videos of dogs. But if there's nothing on there to continue to point the algorithm to what you are serving, then you're not going to reach the people that you need to reach. So let's think about this. All you have to do when you are posting a video, let's say you're on Instagram, you need to put certain hashtags on there, right? To point the algorithm where you're going. Maybe it's hashtag dogs of TikTok or hashtag dogs of Instagram. It could be hashtag dogs. Like you're telling the algorithm, this video is about dogs, or people who like dogs would probably like this content. From there, having a description of playing with my dog this morning. She was so energetic. I love her. Okay. Still putting more information using those keywords. You want to use keywords, your dogs, playing, fetch. You need to be telling the algorithm what to do with your content. This is a big problem I see with a lot of my clients, because when I have my coaching clients, a lot of times right at the beginning, my clients will say, I posted 4 videos and I got no views. What's going on? And I go and look, and all they did was post, let's say, a photo and no caption, no hashtags, nothing. And then they post a video, no text, no anything. And I'm looking like, well, how on earth does Instagram know, or YouTube or whatever? Like, how on earth is the platform supposed to know what you're making content about? Like, to get established in the algorithm, you need to be telling the algorithm what you are producing. So just keep this in mind, just a few little tweaks that you can make to add your keywords to your content. Number 4 actually ties a little bit into this. And one reason that your views may be super, super low is because you don't have any on-screen text. Now, I'm not saying that on-screen text is absolutely necessary or absolutely required. It's not. It does help a lot. And so using on-screen text, the reason why it's so helpful, and this could be captions or flat out just text on screen. The thing with on-screen text is nowadays a massive portion of people are not listening to videos. So they may be scrolling because they're just, little mindless entertainment, just trying to pass some time. So they're scrolling, but they may not have earphones in, headphones on, or just audio going. So what is the retention rate compared to one video with no on-screen text and another video of the exact same thing, but with on-screen text? It's almost always the video with on-screen text. And again, that's because you may be telling them what the video is about, or you may be hooking them in with a really interesting caption. So the thing is with on-screen text, if you're not utilizing it, you probably should be utilizing it, but watch out. When it comes to on-screen text, one huge problem that people do is they use the kind of funky, fun text. Now, I recommend that if you want to use funky, fun text, that you're either extremely consistent with it or you actually just get rid of it. Because with funky on-screen text, the algorithms really like things that are crisp and clear, things that make it so that your video is easily recognizable and that people can essentially read it really fast. If you have all the cursive fun text, I kid you not, I follow hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of other big creators. And you know what they never do? They never use funky on-screen text. Again, I'm talking about those cursive or like fun little flares. They don't use that. Big creators know that that doesn't work. If funky and fun, colorful on-screen text don't work, well, why are you doing it? I mean, that's really the thing to think about. Why are you using crazy, fun, funky, cursive text if literally the big creators don't use it? I know it looks cute. I know it looks fun, but you want to become a big creator? Don't use it. Continuing on, number 5, why are people not watching your videos? Well, this one is a hard one to swallow, but it literally is so true. Your video is not entertaining. Okay, so yes, maybe you've made lots of different styles of video, but what is it about a video that actually captures attention? The very most number one thing is actually what we're going to talk on number 7. But what you have to think about is your content is just not hooking the viewer. And most of that is because it's just not entertaining. So what makes an entertaining video? Now, I'm not saying that all of your content needs to be for like mindless entertainment, that it needs to be funny and make people laugh. But when it comes to entertaining content, there's a big difference between a video of you just sitting on the couch and your video of your dog just sitting there and compared to you sitting on your couch and a video of your dog running back and forth across the screen because they're chasing a ball or something. What is it that makes that more fun? Well, there's just more stimulation, right? Our attention span over the past 6 years has dwindled down to anywhere between 3 and 6 seconds. And 6 seconds nowadays, I feel like is a lot. So if you want to capture the attention of your viewer, of people, and you want to convert them into followers and you want to make money off of them, the problem is if your video is not capturing their attention, you're not going to get more views because the social media platform is going to say, well, people are not watching this content. I'm going to kill it. They're going to make it so that they are not going to post and share that video more and more. So entertaining, again, you could have informational content. You can have content of any type. But when I talk entertaining, you just have to think, is it capturing the viewer? Is it making them want to watch my video? If it's just not, it's not going to get views. Number 6 is really important, but it ties into one of them from earlier. When your video has poor video quality, it is automatically going to not be seen to as many people. Now, yes, there are always exceptions. But poor video quality does really take an effect. Audio quality, we talked just a little bit ago, and audio quality is important because people are listening to your content. And by having audio that is raspy, audio that just doesn't sound good to the ears, they're not likely going to share that. But when it comes to video quality, if you have really dark and dimmed, just really blurry, then that can also significantly affect your chances to get branded sponsored video content opportunities. So how on earth do you improve it, right? So most of everyone, especially pretty much almost every single one of my coaching clients right now are using their phone to make their content. And that's fine because guess what? You're watching from an iPhone recording. So I use my phone to, I'd say 98% of my content is actually from my phone. But there are a few things that I do to make it so that my content looks crisp, bright, and clear. So let's quickly go through a few of these things because I swear some of this can really, really help so many of you. If your video does not look crisp and bright and clear, a few things you can do is literally get any sort of cheap lighting. You can get the little clip-on ring lights. You can just record in front of a window during the daytime, turn on all the lights, anything to just get more brightness. One thing brands always say is we want your content to be bright. They don't want dim things because we all know brightness brings out the crispness, it brings out the colors. So you want to always turn on all the lights that you have. You don't need to get really expensive lighting. That's not a requirement. Down the road, I would recommend soft boxes, but you don't have to go spend $100 right now. It's just not necessary, especially as a new creator. But yet, there's still a lot of things you can do. Clip-on ring lights, getting a ring light. Gosh, you guys, ring lights cost like $13 these days. You can afford a ring light. Or even again, clip-on lights, or there are all sorts of different options. I mean, I've literally seen people where one person holds an iPhone with a flashlight on as the other person is recording. Like, you can get creative. You can get creative and spend pretty much no money and make your lighting look better. Number 7, guys, this is gold. This is everything. And this is what transforms a brand new creator into a successful creator. If you're not making relatable content, you're not going to get views. What is relatable content? Relatable content is you saying something that another person has experienced or understands. So it could be literally something as basic as the experience of when you come home and your dog goes mad crazy because they're so excited to see you. Well, most dog parents experience that. That experience is relatable. You want to see how you can become as relatable as possible because that's what's going to build a relationship between you and your followers. If you are not bringing out emotion, if you're not trying to relate to people, they're not going to follow you. And this is the hard pill to swallow. This is what I was mentioning earlier. It's like the biggest thing because if you're just making content of your dog or of your cat, yeah, you're going to get some followers. Yeah, you're going to make some momentum eventually. But if you're not relating to people and if you're not giving them a way to emotionally connect with you and your pet, your chances of big success is significantly different. So let's run through the 7 different ways that you can improve your video quality right now. Number 1, don't be asking for follows. Stop asking people to subscribe to you. It usually never works, okay? It usually never works. Number 2, improve your audio quality. There are lots of ways to improve your audio quality, whether it's cheap microphones. I mean, literally there are microphones for like $7 on Amazon. You can probably afford it. Just use microphones if you're doing a voiceover, or just make sure you're listening to your content with earphones on. Number 3, if you are not telling the algorithm how to serve your content, then how is it going to know? Make sure you're using your hashtags, your captions, and filling out your description with keywords. Number 4, if you're not using on-screen text, you're likely not going to hook the viewers right away because a lot of people don't have audio on when they are scrolling on social media. Number 5, your videos are just not entertaining. If your video is flat out not entertaining, you're not going to get views. So it makes sense why you're not getting views, because you're not providing value. You're not entertaining the person. You're not giving them what they need. Number 6, poor video quality can really impact your content. So literally just look into lighting, research lighting, or purchase a really cheap ring light. It could be as simple as that. Verse 7, if you're not being relatable, then I'm telling you, your opportunity to build relationships with your fans is not going to go too well. And being relatable really can result in more followers. So as a reminder, go grab your ebook, your 2-day course, get started on your journey of pet influencing, and I look forward to seeing you in the course. See you in the next video.